Hey, everybody, welcome. This is Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me, as always, are my two fantastic co hosts, Dave and Steve. How's it going, guys?
Morning. Is today a morning show? So
Good morning. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Yeah, for better or worse, it's a morning show this time.
We're not known.
cheers.
We're not known for our morning shows.
Well, I'm not known for mornings at all, but there you
Yeah,
go. Here we are. We'll
Well,
see what
I'm
we
the
can
old
do.
guy. I am mornings. I've
you've been up
been
since
up since
two.
4 o'clock.
Oh, gosh. I got up at 6. We're recording now at 7. And
Well, I know. I did always told myself I'd never be one of them old farts that wakes up early at 4 or 5 o'clock and be up for the day. But I think the reasoning is your bones and neck and back and shit, all that stuff hurts so damn bad laying in bed. You got to get up.
Hey, by the way, while you're back there, grab an oar and help paddle. You're in the boat.
Am I okay?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're
What do you mean? I got it's a motorboat.
There you go.
we're
Farther
recording
down.
we're recording Sunday, December 4th. 2022. Show notes will be linked in the show description. I've been pretty good about that lately, I think.
Can you believe it's the end of the
Hey,
year?
Bill, how's your arm feeling? Is it better? Well, I didn't want you to tap on your back too hard there. You've been pretty good at doing that. So.
Hey, I'm yeah. It's
Hey.
a lot, man.
For
And
those
I don't
are
mind
listening
taking
on the podcast. I'm laughing silently.
It's a
And-
lot to keep up with, doggone it. And and I started another show. Well,
Yeah, that was you just blew my next line. Not only does he need more to do, hey, let's start another show.
yeah. We're not going to actually start recording until after the first of the year, but more on that later. A couple of announcements. We want to remind everybody that we're going to be at the Mid America Truck Show that's at the end of March in Louisville, Kentucky.
You didn't say that right. Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville. You can't do all that enunciation with all the letters. That's
Well,
in it.
I think people that live north of Louisville, have to say it one way. People that live south of it have to say another way, and then the people that live there have to say it a third way.
And
So
let
yeah.
everybody know that we are buying dinner for everybody at the restaurant at the top of the bat.
That's right.
Mm,
All you have to do is show up.
yeah. But what's the date on that? What's the date on that, Dave?
That would be the
March,
28th, 29th, 3rd. No.
Oh, I remember when it was.
Let me
I know.
look.
I was looking it up too.
I know we're there
catch you off guard?
April 1st is Saturday, and that's the day we're done. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it'd be the 28th, 29th, I think. I don't think it's 30, 31.
I think there's a 31, and
Is there?
well, let me look. Crying out loud!
Steve's looking. He's got his
Crying.
glowing cheeks.
Yeah,
are
it's 31.
telling-
So
yeah,
it'll be you said Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So it'll be December. Well, it'll be
the March 30th, April 1st.
yeah, March 30th. March 30th will be the Thursday. April 1st be the Saturday. And
With your first.
I will have teeth in, folks. I promise.
Yes.
No.
Oh
I
yeah.
do have a question. I would just know when I started going back through and looking at all our episodes here, and every episode, I'm betting I'd say 9 out of 10 you have the same shirt you're on you have now
Yes, I have a reason for that.
because it's cold in the basement.
No, it's because this color of gray
Shines
reacts
better.
to the lights.
It brings out his eyes.
Well,
Like,
no, it doesn't, because
watching,
if I
thought
wear
it
a
was the same
darker color
show.
shirt, if I wear a darker color shirt, my camera will not process the lights behind me and everything correctly. This is the
Buy a-
perfect color to.
buy a better camera.
I had to go with a camera that didn't blink green. Yeah. If you're watching the YouTube feed, Dave's holding up a little
phone.
map that shows that we're going to be on the corner. You see that red
See
arrow?
the booth? No,
the red arrow is it. That's the entrance. So we're not far from the entrance whatsoever.
Do you see the booth number, everybody?
Yeah, it's 60057 is a booth.
There you
booth
go.
number we're going to be
That
at.
will
if
be
that
on
makes any
all
difference.
our. So that's what we got to remember. Always say the booth number
So
so they can find us.
it doesn't have everybody's names in all the boxes to actually know who's all around us.
No, not yet.
Send-
Global Energy Resources is next to us, so hopefully it's a
Send
lot
me
of
the
girls.
link on that.
I have
so
a
can
feeling
look.
we're going to know a lot about global energy resources by the end of the weekend.
Yes, we will.
Either that
I
or,
don't-
or they're going
or-
to be our best friends.
Hey,
I don't
I'm,
know-
I'm not making enemies with anybody. Let me tell you what.
Yes.
Folks, stop by though. Say hi to us, please. Let other folks know that we're going to be there. You know, we're trying to make this into our retirement here.
If not, one big party, have some fun. Heck.
Yeah, we're having a blast.
Yeah.
So far, we've not made a dime doing this. So far, I say we haven't made a dime. We've
Well,
spent
Bill,
a lot of money.
you really can't put a price on happy.
No, you can't.
No.
So
How many hobbies have you done that
it's
didn't
got
cost
a
you
lot
money?
more zeros behind it than I can imagine.
Yeah.
We're not too bad.
No, I was just going to say though, we're at the end of the year. This is what 20,
Year one. It's almost coming around.
22, 44 weeks.
Yeah, we I think February will be our anniversary date. So
We're gonna have to make a big deal out of that somehow or another.
Oh, yeah.
we're going to the truck show.
Well, I mean,
Pretty much, yeah.
we'll have to do some sort of episode where we get everybody on there.
I mean, we
that's
have to.
ever been on the show.
Can we put our hats and our streamers and our little blow?
No, we need
birthday-
to figure out how to be able to do a live call in.
Oh, we got that down. Dave's
we
got the
got that.
equipment to do that.
Yeah.
Where, you know, but the thing is, you got to have a number. It's only for that.
Oh, Dave doesn't care. He'll give his number out to anybody.
That's right. Anybody call me up.
That's how Dave gets me friends.
That's right.
Oh,
Somebody's gonna
God.
call me. I'm getting old, sitting in the old folks' home. Nobody calls.
Damn
You know,
kids.
I was driving to work the other day, and it just kills me. There was a guy standing there, hood up on his car, looking at his motor, and I felt sorry for him. But then I realized he had to take at least as many calls as I did to buy that extended warranty, and he apparently didn't do it. So screw him. He can walk.
Yep, there you go.
So
I haven't been getting any of those calls. In
they
quite
got
some time now.
busted.
Yeah, figures.
There was a
Good.
big story about a month ago or 2 months ago.
Finally.
Yep, out of California. Imagine that.
Wow, what a shock.
Well, I got a little story for you.
A story.
Sit down, kids. Stay on.
Is it just me, or do you guys feel the same way when you see a truck driver doing something that is wrong or against the law,
Don't follow me
or
anymore.
dangerous, or just blatantly stupid, and you have a chance to roll your window down and say, "Hey, dumbass, you're making the rest of us look bad." Would you say something?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I pull into a gas station in this local area, and the gas tankers there unloading gas. It's their own truck and trailer that it's always parked at that facility, same place all the time.
Mm.
I go in and get a couple lottery tickets and something to drink, walk out. This old boy standing there with the bib overalls on, got his ball cap on, got his headset on, and he's standing right there at the tandems of the trailer as he's got the unloading gas, smoking a damn cigarette. And I'm thinking, what in the hell? I pull up, roll in, and I say, "Hey, buddy, really? You're smoking?" I said, "I drove for 30 years. I said, he goes, "Well, then all the vapors at the back.
What?
It's
No.
okay." And I'm like, I looked at him, I said, "You are a effing idiot." And he tried to walk up to the truck. I said, "That's all I can say, man.
I gotta go.
Be fired." And I started to pull, and I just pulled off. I'm like, and then the city police department's right around the corner. And I'm thinking, go back there. It's dangerous. I mean, oh my God.
Hmm.
I think people just are so much do not want to be told what to do that they go out of their way to do dumb shit.
Don't tell me
Just-
what to do, Bill.
Well,
Now, you
where
just,
I'm at, they smoke everywhere. It's just a thing.
Oh yeah, everybody still smokes
It's
down
a
there.
locale, you know.
hmm,
But I'm like,
Indoors, restaurants, every place.
windows rolled up. That's how
yes.
how I grew up. My
That's
mom
how.
did.
Yeah.
That's why you're only 5'2", Bill.
5'2". a
Hey,
little
hey.
bigger than 5'2".
He's on a
I'm the daddy
soapbox.
son of Drew Grove.
No, but you're absolutely right. I mean, I do see guys every once in a while. I'll see a guy at the truck stop. He'll light up while he's fueling at a Love's or a Pilot. Somebody always jumps their ass.
I don't mind them lighting up so much on the diesel side.
The D's, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not as
Standing
flammable.
there unloading a tank of gas.
You
No.
can't. You know what though? You can't put it down for the
Yeah, I
10
know.
minutes it
Exactly.
takes to.
Exactly. And I was one.
I was too.
I was too, but I never did it while I was fueling.
Oh, I think I did.
That
If I think about it hard enough.
I can remember my ex-father-in-law sitting on his lunch break. He'd have his sandwich peeled back in one hand with the wrapper still on it, cigarette in this hand. He'd take a bite, chew, take a hit off his cigarette, and take another bite as he's chewing, blowing the smoke out. And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
take a break for 5 minutes, eat a sandwich.
I never figured that out. I was not much of a smoke
my
eat at the same
Oh.
time kind of person.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
folks like that got a bad habit. Yeah.
Well, I literally had to, when I quit, I literally had to give up coffee because that was an instant trigger.
Yeah.
You
Coffee,
taste coffee, had to have a cigarette.
alcohol,
Yep.
sex. Those are all triggers. For
I didn't give up none of that, Bill. Well, the one, but
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
quit smoking next week. He promised.
that just so happened.
well, go ahead.
Yeah, at the time that I quit, I mean, we're talking back in, I think 99 is when I quit.
That's exactly when I quit.
I quit.
Yeah.
I quit in '98.
I quit 96 pounds ago.
That sounds about right too.
Yeah. Smoking drop, put on 80 pounds. real
Oh
quick.
my God! Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, I remember all the stories too when people were trying to get me to quit. Oh, just think of the money you'll save. You don't save jack. You just spend it on something else.
Yeah,
It's usually
food.
food.
Oh, I got to buy me a grasshopper lawnmower.
Oh, really? Well, then you're a success story. Then
That's when I
you're
was.
an
still-
inspiration to us
No,
all.
that was when I was still married, and she's like, "Well, if you quit smoking, you can use that money to buy you a new mower." And I'm like, "All
God.
right."
Went and bought the new mower. I thought you was quitting smoking.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I'm
I
working
did.
on it.
No, I did. I quit by doing the hypnotist. That's how
Did
I
you?
quit.
Oh,
and it
wow.
I thought about
I-
doing that.
I had probably 4 or 5 buddies of mine. It was a big group session, and
Right.
they all went. And it worked for a couple of them. For one guy, for maybe 6 months, one guy a year, but they still went back to smoking.
Well,
But,
I truly believe if you don't lose the desire, it's tough to quit.
well,
I quit 9,000 times. It
I
only
was-
stuck once.
real skeptical about doing it. And the one I did, like I said, was a group session, and it cost whatever.
$100, wasn't it?
No, it was like 50 or 60, whatever carton of cigarettes cost back in that
Okay.
round. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And it was a big group session, and they had everybody sit there, and they had you sit away from the table, put your head on your chest, and they turned the lights down, and they started telling you to think of certain things. You know, what's the worst smell you can think of? What's the worst taste you can think of? And they just kept doing that stuff over and over and over. And after a while, you get done with that, they brought the lights back up, and they said, okay, now just tell if you were hypnotized, how long do you think you were sitting there with the lights out, with lights dimmed, and you were just sitting there thinking? And I could have swore it was 30, 40 minutes tops. Okay. It had been almost 3 hours.
No.
Did
And
they
I'm like-
explain why your pants were down around your ankles?
No, but I had
Okay.
grease on the back of my crack or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, and then I could have swore it was like 30, 40 minutes, and it'd been 3 hours. And I'm like, okay, maybe
Did
it
you
did work.
sleep that night? Did they tell you? Because everybody says it get hypnotized. Says it screws your sleep schedule up.
No, I just started clucking like a chicken all the time, though.
Every time the bell rings, bark, bark, bark.
The bell rings. But yeah, but it worked for me, and it did for a couple of my buddies. But yeah, I mean,
I threatened to go do it, but I literally woke up one day and after coughing my lung up so I could light my first cigarette, I go, I think I'm
Well,
done. I can't breathe.
For me, it was just the physical dependence on making sure that you had all that stuff with you. Every time you'd get up from a chair, you want
you're
you know,
lighting
you're
a
looking at,
cigarette.
okay, oh god, I got my cigarettes. I got, it was part of your
So
thinking before
Bill
you
was
did
the
everything.
lighter stealer.
Well,
No, I was the lighter loser.
I
Oh,
would ask Bill, but this probably doesn't pertain to you. How many boxes of toothpicks did you go through after you quit smoking? Chewing on
I
toothpicks.
still had teeth in those days.
Did you? Okay.
And no,
I chewed a lot of
well, for
toothpicks.
me, I was in those
cinnamon
days.
sticks.
Yeah.
I started going to the gym about that time, and I was down to 182 pounds at
Mhm.
the
Wow.
time,
Under
and
your fighting weight.
I
I'd like to do that hypnotist
half the
thing
man I am now.
or the weight loss and see how that works. You hear a lot of people that it happens for them, and really works good.
Well,
other people,
You know, everybody says you got to hit the gym, you got to move to lose weight. And
don't.
it's kind of funny because I went and seen my back surgeon, and when I had COVID, he goes, "So how long was you in the hospital?" And I said, "A month." He goes, "How much weight you lose?" And he goes, "Right around 35 pounds is what I lost." He goes, "Didn't hit the gym once, did you?"
So the moral of this story, folks, is get sick and go get put in the hospital.
No,
No,
they
it
get
means
lost
quit
focus.
shoving food in your face.
Yeah.
What you
That's
eat.
that's
much.
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what you eat. It's not what you do.
All right. So
Yeah.
one of you guys did some work and put some stories in the
Yeah.
notes.
Well, I did
was,
some local stuff. It made me laugh when I seen it, so I'm like,
dangerous.
Yeah. I suppose
truckers are not doing too good right now. We got some FedEx drivers snagging kids. We're getting a little bad rap here, guys. So
I have yet to see that story.
you ain't heard that story yet?
But I'll show everybody here this picture we're about ready to talk about. I don't know how he did it, but
I think somebody told him, "You can't fit that in there." Oh yeah, watch this.
Watch me get this Harley on the high dive. By golly.
That's why I got it in there, just because of that view. It's like, seriously, how in the hell do you do that?
Yeah, this is headline reads: Trucker rescue from water after intense plunge off of bridge. Also, he didn't stay in his truck. He decided to go for a swim. And this is from CDLlife.com. A semi was found wedged between two bridges in Indiana. Oh, this is in Indiana.
This is the local story. This is up on the toll road.
Right on. Wedged between two bridges in Indiana after an accident on Friday morning. The incident occurred on December 2nd at around 2:15 a.m. in Hammond, Indiana. Okay, so this is presumably either up on 94 or the toll road, or it looks like
it's
a couple
the toll
of ramps.
road.
Yeah, okay. According to WGN 9 News, the truck crashed off the Indiana toll road Interstate 90. Okay, here we go. And ended up wedged upside down between the eastbound and westbound sides near Klein Avenue. The cab was partially submerged in water and even caught fire, prompting the driver to climb out and swim to a nearby concrete pillar, where he was eventually found by firefighters after some searching. And yeah, there's another picture here, but I can't quite make out what I'm looking at. Looks like part of the, I'll go ahead and show it. Looks like part of the trailer.
Yeah.
Trailer and I think it's the tractor ripped in half.
Yeah, the wheels of the back of it there. Yeah.
So,
how do you survive something like that, though? If he got out and swam to the pillar, it looks bad. I mean,
physics are strange when it comes to these things.
Well, they say if you're drunk, your body moves a little easier and flows. So,
Does that mean your truck is easier and twist if you're drunk? The part that I get, they didn't even call a wrecker. They brought a crane.
Yeah. Well,
Bring
I
the
don't
big one,
think
boys.
not,
Ain't gonna get the little one.
Yeah,
not
brought a
much.
100-ton crane out. So
They're going to struggle a little bit with the crane, I think, just because it ain't just about the weight of the truck.
I'm surprised they just didn't bring a big hammer and run it like a nail right on through. You know,
put her on down the water. Yeah, it's Hammond.
That's-
They wouldn't notice it.
It would have been easier just to bring out one of those loading cranes
that are in the river. Huh?
One of those grapple cranes that they use at scrap yards, and just rip the axles off and let it fall.
Yeah, there you go.
And then drive the crane down there and load it into a scrap trailer.
When I was looking for news this week, I don't know how many pictures I've seen where the damn bogie on the trailer is ripped out from underneath the truck and the trailer's on the ground around the corner, and all the captions say, "Truckers must swing wide to make turns." I'm like, what the hell are they catching when they're cutting it short though? They rip the bogies off.
Apparently, those stop signs are stronger than they thought.
Them fire hydrants snap right off. Trust me, I've seen that.
Is that the worst you ever got? Fire hydrant?
Oh no, I didn't, but I've seen them hit before sitting there. That pipe's like brittle. You hit it,
it's cast. That's why. Yeah.
It's probably made to. Otherwise, people would be wrapping their car around it. All right.
I know. I think
like the little kid that kept getting a snowman ran over in the front yard, and he made one around the fire hydrant. And the next day, the truck was sitting in the yard, broke down, and kept running over a snowman.
Yeah. Teach you, little bastard.
That's a happy story.
Oh yeah.
All right. So moving on, man fatally struck at truck wash. So yeah, I knew you shouldn't go to these places. This is also from cdllife.com. A man is dead after being struck by a truck at a truck wash on Wednesday afternoon.
Okay, now before you go on any farther, the picture of this, you need to post a picture because I don't understand this. Is some guy in the desert with a wash rag washing a truck and a guy hit him or what?
Well, let me go ahead and
I'm sitting there going, where's the truck?
Is it in the very far background there if you zoom in?
Let me go ahead and
zoom I thought some poor guy was standing there with a hose and a bucket in the street going, hey, stop here, I'll wash your truck. And he got run over.
Yeah, I don't know what this picture. These two trucks right over here, is this where it's going on? Or
I guess I don't know.
They're taking their 36, right, Dave?
Right.
Huh? They're getting their 36. Yeah. You realize six people got that joke. You know that, don't you?
Old Dave, no matter what the number is, he can always 36. Yeah, so he'll be like, "Oh, it's 22. No, it's 32. No."
Yeah.
I can haul 38 on the drivers, right?
Sure. So this incident happened on November 30th at a truck wash in the 1100 block of Black Diamond Street in Laredo, Texas. According to LMT Online, the semi-truck backed up onto a concrete platform and accidentally struck a man. The man was taken to the hospital and later died of his injuries. The man's identity has not been released. Crimes against persons investigators and the crash team are investigating the case. Well, gee whiz.
We got a lot of crazy trucker news out there. Like I said, we have a FedEx driver that snatched 6-year-old, 8-year-old. You remember how old she was, Bill?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh,
yeah, let me.
And then Bill can probably bring it right
up.
Where
was
that at? I think in Texas. Don't quote me on that because
I'm going to bring up the New York Times article here. So it says FedEx driver charged in kidnapping and no, I don't want that. Continue without subscribing. Oh, you Sacagawea. All right, well, fine. Screw you then. I'll find it somewhere else.
They want you to pay.
ABC News. Let's go with ABC News.
Yeah.
Now NBC News. Okay. FedEx driver kidnapped 7-year-old Texas girl who was found dead Friday, officials say.
Wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah,
Unlike bringing us down, Bill.
Yeah.
but
A FedEx, I guess, yeah. A FedEx contract driver in Texas,
Contractor.
yeah, was arrested Friday and charged in the kidnapping and murder of a 7-year-old girl who went missing 2 days earlier, officials said. The disappearance of Athena Strand, who vanished Wednesday from her home in Paradise in Wise County, prompted a large search with around 200 volunteers from the community. On Friday, authorities found her body southeast of the city of Boyd, a city about 11 miles away. Wise County Sheriff Lane Akin told reporters, "We do have a confession," Akin said at a news conference Friday night. The driver, Tanner Lynn Horner, 31, was arrested on charges of capital murder and aggravated kidnapping, Aiken said. He was being held. Yeah, how do you? Anyway,
and he was
was-
on his route. That's how they
Yeah.
found him.
he
He literally
he-
delivered a package there.
And did they say why he did what he did, or it doesn't get to that far?
I think it touches on that here. He was being held in jail in lieu of a $1.5 million bond.
He ain't going
Friday
away.
night. Yeah. It was not immediately clear Friday night if Horner had an attorney who could speak on his behalf. Athena arrived home from school Wednesday afternoon, as she usually does, at 6:40 p.m. her stepmother reported the child missing, Atkins said. Horner delivered a package to a home around the time she was discovered missing, Atkins said Friday night. Investigators believe the girl died within about an hour of the abduction. Officials at the news conference did not reveal a motive and did not say how the child died. That is unfortunate as
Yeah.
it gets, and
Anything with kids, I mean,
Well,
I think I speak for all three of us when I say that our hearts go out to the family. And
I can say two things are wrong. You don't go to jail killing babies, and you don't go to Texas and killing babies.
no,
Texas used to do 3 strikes, and not anymore. They just you're wrong, we kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, he might fry even though
Yeah.
he yeah. So, and I
7.
gotta say,
7.
I don't know.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's bad news out there, people. I mean, it happens every day.
I have to
Just
remind
careful what
myself.
gets reported, you know.
I have to remind myself sometimes that I think the universe depends on an equal balance of
Good and bad.
good and bad. And
Mhm.
so you just take heart in knowing that for every terrible thing like this we hear
Well,
about,
and-
there's something of equal measure of good going on somewhere in
Sure.
the world.
But, I mean,
So-
there are what you call accidents, and there's stuff that's like this that's, well, I guess you're gonna say man-made. You know, man's done it. But there's
Well,
other-
man is capable of
Yeah.
about as much atrocity and ugliness as he has the imagination for, you know.
pretty much.
Do you realize we're going to go back to an old Bob and Tom skit of going out of a sad story into a happy song that you were just talking
I'm
about?
gonna,
yeah.
yeah,
You
I'm
just
searching for a way to
I
segue
know.
out of this.
How do we get out of this?
You pull up an up-tempo
I guess
song.
the
Damn
only-
dog dying, come on. Oh, that was Casey Kasem.
Casey
Yeah,
Kasem,
yeah,
I guess this is
We
the
just
only way
talked
we can
about
do it. Yeah.
yeah, we just jumped the ship. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's the shark?
Well,
at?
So,
I think it is time for some more of Steve's famous "Is it
the
true or is
funny
it not?"
stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
how funny it is, but I'm hoping
Steve's
I
reality.
found some good stories this time.
Well, they look fairly short, so
Yes, I typed them all. I retyped them all. I sit there. That's the problem. When I sit there and copy and paste,
He
back
runs
and
out of
forth,
glue and eats the
well,
glue.
no,
and he
but
has
you
no
you'll
fun.
pretty much tell which ones I've copy and paste, and sometimes it'll have like a word that's got a different color in it for a website, or
So you're trying to make it harder.
So I started this on Tuesday, so I sat down and wrote them out and retyped them. So yeah, So
Well,
and
let's see
short,
what we
and
got.
made them short and sweet. So
How many are from Florida?
uh,
Get some of my best news
I've
out
been
of
going.
Florida.
I've been going northeast here lately.
Oh, Northeast. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's dummies up there too.
Well, without further ado,
I do. I did. You
Our
do?
first, we'll go with number 1 here, and it headlines: "Man finds diamond ring in his dessert." Is that dessert or desert?
Dessert.
Dessert.
Okay.
Dessert.
A Staten Island man, while dining at Luigi's Restaurante, almost choked on a 3-carat diamond ring. The waiter made a huge mistake and brought the wrong dessert to his table, which was intended for table 3, intended for a table 3 booths over, of a young couple that were proposing that evening. Oh, okay. The man had to have the Heimlich maneuver, which did dislodge the diamond, but he still ended up swallowing it. The young couple had to wait 2 days for the man to pass it naturally and return it to them. All in all, it was a pretty shitty time, the couple said.
You know, that was just one of the pun jokes
That was
that we could go through.
They stole that one from us.
So,
Don't let. We got time. Make sure we get all the jokes we can on this.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Let's
Somebody
make sure we get through.
somebody walk
Let's
around
make
and
sure we
follow
get
Dad,
through the
Grandpa.
all of the ins and outs of this
I don't know if
story.
he had a moving company help him move his bowels, but
Yeah.
Uh,
look at that, Bill.
I think it's nothing terribly interesting about it, and it seems like it's probably happened before. So I'm going to go with true.
I'm calling this one false. Just because I think Luigi, he was thinking of playing Pac-Man this week, and Luigi's restaurant.
I think what Dave is laboring to do right there is make a video game reference out of Luigi from
Mario
Brothers. And it didn't quite work out. but
Well, yeah. Can't hit them all out of the park.
Can't
Come
hit
on.
them all.
Yeah, sometimes
Well-
you get a dribble.
Dave's winning, Bill. That is false.
All right. Well, we're back to my usual streak.
I told you, I typed them all out. There's true stories in here, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
not.
All right, so let's move on to number 2. Woman loses her prize-winning cat. Virginia Nablick reported that her prize-winning cat, Mr. Larry, went missing on Thursday, November 3rd. Mr. Larry was a long-haired Persian that was registered as one of the top 3 in the world in his breed. The cat was insured for $2 million and always kept under lock and key in her New York City apartment, where he was pampered beyond your wildest imagination. After an in-depth investigation, Mr. Larry was found next door, where her gentleman neighbor that she was in a relationship with was trying to scam the insurance company with whom he was insured. They were both arrested for insurance fraud. What do you think, Dave?
I think he was trying to get his little Willie in Mr. Willie, and we ain't talking about a cat. I think we're talking about her, and she just named it.
Oh, so you're saying she had her
Yeah,
insured for $2 million? There ain't no weehoo worth
Worth
$2
$2
million.
million.
None
That-
whatsoever. I'm sure
that
there's
is-
plenty of them that's been paid
McDonald's
that much.
McDonald's had one.
yeah, they paid $1 million for one. So
What is the book value on an 86 Virginia?
Oh,
ooh, I don't know.
Leather
Does
interior,
leather or cloth?
oil changed regularly.
Yes.
oh,
Sometimes rattle and croaks, but everything's still tight under the hood. Steve, I believe this is a true story.
I'm
So I'm
gonna
gonna go
that.
true on this one. So
Yep, me too.
False.
Oh,
it is false. See, we should have. Mr. Larry is being a little furry.
All right. Oh, here's one that hits home.
Oh, there we go. Ready? Listen.
Retired.
This is Bill. Oh.
I wish. Retired truck driver fools podcast host.
That would be Steve. And he's fooling us.
Okay, so a retired driver writes funny columns to try and fool these podcast hosts into figuring out what's true and what's bullshit.
Keep reading.
So far, these guys are doing pretty good, but the retired driver knows he has a lot of bullshit to toss. And these guys are pretty gullible. That being said, I'm sure he's reading this out loud for the first time on the show. He won't even realize it's about them. I realized in the first sentence, shithead. If that's the case, I'll be crying and laughing my ass off. I will say they're always a pretty good sport about making fun of themselves. So is this a true story or fake? And I'm going true on this one. Except for the retired part.
Well, Steve's
retired. You can't retire and then have two jobs doing something else.
I'm so hoping you just start reading it cold and be like, oh, wait a minute.
No, I picked up on I picked up what you were putting down nearly instantly. Yeah, so
you didn't get the black eye from people's elbow, huh?
I'll tell you what, Steve, why don't you go ahead and read this last one? I'm getting a little frosty in the throat.
Need a bigger bottle there. That steak still going down rough.
Oh, dude,
we did our annual Christmas party last night, and
I know I was asked if I wanted to come to it as somebody's plus one, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Okay, you ready? Small tree found inside man's lung. A Russian man who was being operated on for suspected tumor ended up having a fir tree removed from one of his lungs. The 2-inch tree was found by surgeons when they opened up Artrum Sidorkin 28. Doctors claim Sidorkin may have inhaled a seed, which then sprouted into a small fir tree inside his lung. He went to the hospital last month complaining of chest pain and coughing up blood. It was very painful, but to be honest, I didn't feel any foreign object inside me. Sidorkin said screen just jumped on me. Vladimir Kashchev said he was sure it was cancer. We did x-rays and found what looked like to be a tumor. I had seen hundreds before, so we decided on surgery. The tree was discovered when surgeons took a biopsy before attempting to remove the man's lung. I thought I was hallucinating, said Kashchev. I blinked 3 times and I was sure I was seeing things.
True.
So he having a blind doctor work on him.
Blind doctor.
And he
should have called something a Russian doctor would say.
He should have hired a tree surgeon.
Do not know what this is. I was cutting in his chest, and it was a tree inside. This is vodka. I tried to think how many drinks did I have before the surgery, and it was only one. So I should not have been seeing this.
It wasn't cancer. It was the leaves were just fully aging.
It was fall, and it was time for the leaves to fall off. This is not so good.
No, we just raked the lungs, and you'll be good.
Yep. Call up a Splenda.
So you're saying true, Bill?
I'm saying true.
What do you say, Dave?
Oh, I'm going false on this, and I don't believe. I think your body will pass something before it takes time to grow roots. So
true.
It is true.
Keep in
I've seen
mind
this story a long time ago.
In Russia.
I couldn't find the picture of it, but it showed where they removed it, and it still had the seed on the bottom and the sprout coming out. It was like that big.
Mm-hmm. But why did it get in his lung if he swallowed it? Maybe
or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was true.
Well, apparently he was getting good pollen in the air to seed it to sprout it.
1, 2.
Yeah, we're tied.
Bill.
Yeah,
I got this one.
Me and Bill are tied.
2-2.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of
Lovely.
it? Short and sweet there, Bill.
That was short and sweet. Yeah, got through it quick, and we still got 20 minutes left in the show. What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about our booth, our promotions.
Yeah, we're really
Let's-
looking forward to the upcoming
Let's
truck
promote
show, guys.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We need everybody to like and subscribe on YouTube. Just go there and like us, even if you don't watch us.
On every episode. Just go
Yes.
through it and hit the like button on every
Guy
episode.
that I talked to the other day, I told him, I said, yeah, but when you go there, make sure you like and subscribe. He's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Let's like and subscribe me.
I'm going to go so far as to say, I mean, I want everybody to listen, but if you don't get a chance to watch every episode, or if you listen to the audio only podcast, which apparently a lot of people do, I've got some metrics on that, and we got like 1,700 downloads as of yesterday. So
Well, good.
that's not counting. I don't think that's counting.
That's not counting your YouTube or nothing.
Well, no, not YouTube, but it's also not counting. The other platforms like iHeartRadio and Spotify and Amazon and Google Podcasts and all that stuff too. I think that's all separate metrics. So yeah, I mean, this show is doing just as well as the other show that I'm on that's been around since the early aughts. So
Oh, by the way,
Hold on. The early aughts.
yeah, that'd be 2000.
do we not know what aught means?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what a fortnight is
Oh, gosh.
since I didn't
These-
watch.
Kids, the hipsters.
Yes, I know.
We got any
Well-
of them watching the show?
He has
Probably-
hipsters. He has
probably not.
kids. He has young ones around, so he knows all that language.
What aught is a new word?
No, that means 00, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what are we saying here? That the
I'm
way
saying that
Nobody uses it.
Oh, well, nobody. A lot of people you probably know don't use it.
Oh,
It's
That's in the
words like
techie
Fortnite and aught are used a lot. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Fortnite. Yeah. Somebody that plays video games, I guess.
No, I don't play video games, but it is word that's used quite a bit on.
I
there.
play with myself. Does that count?
Single joystick.
Just depends on who wins, I guess.
Well, I always win. There's always a happy win.
Yeah, I know.
And I had a girl once try to give me a hand job, and it's like, man, it
Hold on.
took me 15 years to get down and know exactly how to do it. And you're going to walk in the door and think you know the touch. It just don't work that way.
Yeah, that's
Bill.
awfully arrogant.
Well, I got yelled at for using the F word, and he just slings hand job around all the time. What the heck?
Okay. I didn't say
He's the one that's
effing
got
hand job. Yeah.
he's the one that's got like churchy people watching. So
Oh,
I don't
oh,
know.
goodness.
We all churchy people.
And they all got never mind.
And the first person that says I'd never masturbated in my life is the first liar you talk to.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that, Dave?
Yeah, I don't know.
Those are-
At
those are
5
the
years
people.
old, you walked around with your hand in your diaper going, why does that feel so good?
Oh gosh,
I
I
was
still
diaper
remember
five.
the day I
The
asked
kids?
mom.
20, but not. Oh man.
Oh,
No,
Well,
I'm looking
anyway.
forward to it, though. I mean, be nice just to hopefully get more our name out there a little bit more, and just me and Dave's both a talker and schmoozer with people, just to shake hands and hey, how you doing? You know where you're from? You know who you work for?
actually, Bill actually said, I'm going to need to feed off of your guys' enthusiasm. Is his
well, we're
exact
both,
words.
we're both talkers and bullshitters.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
are.
It comes natural.
With every
Yeah.
booth around us will either be our friend or regret it. It's just like the waitresses.
Like, you guys are obnoxious asshole. We can move next year.
Yeah. My God, tell him to put his pants back on. Why is his underwear on his head?
Because I'm sweating
It's hot.
and I'm trying to dry the underwear.
You got to bring your ball bra.
Your ball bra. Yeah.
Yeah, don't knock it till you try it. That's all I can say about that. I'm on our YouTube page right here looking, and I've got normally when I put a show up there, I will use our logo as like the placeholder or like
Right.
the well, episode 20, I forgot to do that. And so it just like creates a thumbnail from the show, from like a quick scene on the show. And if
Yeah.
you go look at this, Steve, you got a look on your face that's just priceless.
Hold on.
And I think somebody was commenting about that
I
at
can
at
imagine.
our insurance meeting. Like, yeah, I went and looked at that. And Steve's got this look on his face. He's looking awfully white.
Awfully white. Which one was it? On our page?
Episode 20. Yeah, go to the YouTube page
Let's see.
and then look at the thumbnail for episode 20.
Oh yeah. I see it.
I wonder. I'm gonna have to go back through it and see where that was at.
It's that it says at 10. Well, it's telling you how long it is. Hour.
Yeah,
and
that's how long the show is. So
yeah.
well,
I got
He does seem a bit on the happy side, doesn't he?
for some reason
I'm sitting there thinking about it.
I got them all the episodes, but I don't have episode 6, 9, 10, 16's not on here for some reason.
well, you got to go to live up there for those because that's back when we. That was back when we were.
You notice when
Oh,
you
I
live.
We did the first 7 live.
I see Bonehead Trucker's got some good stuff posted.
Yep, Bill's got the same shirt there, same shirt there, same shirt there, there.
Now this shirt is set aside every week.
Boy, I'll tell you what. When I look back at the first ones we did, yeah. When I look back at the first ones we did, it looks like it was done in the 80s. Just the pictures on, I don't know.
I look at the first couple episodes here at the just really crappy backgrounds, and there's my refrigerator behind me. Nothing on the wall. Yeah.
Well, there's
Boy.
episode 9's when we had old Chunky Monkey on.
Yeah. He was supposed to come last night. He had to bail on us. I was ashamed.
did he?
I was looking forward to meeting him. Heads up.
Heads up.
We'll
Yeah.
catch him.
He puts quite a bit on the
Yeah.
on
he
the
does.
Facebook and the TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Wetting and stuff like that on there.
there's a few people that have been faithful contributors to our cause from the beginning, and
Oh, yeah.
Chunky Monkeys.
I gotta say, I agree with you. That look on Steve's face is priceless. that is, I love it.
Yeah, anybody wants to check it out,
Glad
it's a thumbnail.
I
for-
can bring joy to your day, Dave.
What's
I
that?
could
I'm glad I can bring joy to your day.
You do in many different ways.
Shh, don't tell nobody about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will say the one guy I work with here, he's as bad, and I'll say I don't want to say it, but he is better at the quick jokes and stuff about stuff as it's out of the blue. We were
Yeah.
driving yesterday and we go by this huge cemetery on the side of a hill, all fenced in, nice manicured, looks really, nice looking cemetery.
All right.
And he's like, and we're about another, I don't know, 6 miles from town. He goes, yeah, they won't let nobody from town in there. And I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm thinking like Hatfield McCoy kind of feuding some kind of bull. He goes, no, they ain't dead yet. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, you got me. You got me. You just caught it too. Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe I felt.
I actually go with the ones you're dying to get in there,
Well, that's what I told him on the way back. I said, hey, they're dying to get in there. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, but he goes, yeah, they won't let nobody in town in there. And I was like, why the hell not? And he's like,
What the hell?
they're not doing it. And I'm like, you smart ass.
You know what's fun, Steve, right now? We don't have a lot going on. We're just sitting here bullshitting a little bit.
Mhm.
Bill is working his butt off. Look at him concentrating over there. He just his mind's
Well,
Right.
I just noticed
Best thing is
our
when his mouth opens up a little bit of drool.
Yeah, he got a little drool coming down, and he's like,
I
"Oh,
just
gotta
noticed
fix
that
this."
our YouTube page has a link for our Apple Podcast page. So, but I don't have it turned on. So I'm trying to find. Apple does not make it easy to get to their platform from anything other than an Apple device.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the most irritating things out there.
Don't hold back. Come on.
Well, I haven't looked, Bill. Have we got any new emails?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go find out, shall we? The easiest way to do that is on the old phone here. And email.
Yes. By the way, for our money that getting in this show,
Mhm.
they've called me like crazy now, and they found us. They have found us hotel rooms, and they give us their discount. There's a
They
discount.
found us hotel rooms.
They're the ones that they take care of all that, and
So is it cheaper than what you found?
about the same price. Well,
Is it
actually,
closer?
no, we are closer now at the price we were going to be farther away because with their discount.
Gotcha.
So
Well, that's nice of them.
Well,
But-
we got a email here from Chunky Monkey back on November 6th that I don't think we.
You're on top of it, Bill.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got it, and
We need to hire a tech guy, Dave.
I know these show guys are just so thinking,
Yeah.
so I'll read it. Hey, guy, you were talking about great places to eat on the road, and one of my favorites was a little hole in the wall barbecue pit east of Dallas around Mount Vernon, Texas.
Oh yeah, I read
30
that.
called
Yeah.
Texas Barbecue Corral, and it's not a big stop, but it seemed to attract a lot of drivers and quite a few famous patrons. They have a massive barbecue, twice baked potato that is to die for. It's absolutely to die for. Oh goodness! And the last time I was in there and bought one, it took me 2 days to eat. Oh, come now.
Okay.
Oh. Well, if we're going to start rattling off some places to eat, I'll give you a couple of my favorites.
Yes, we always do this.
Down
Fat
in
man guy.
down in Texas, Royce City off of 30 before you get into Dallas. Exit 77. I know exactly. 77B is the exit for Soul Man's Barbecue.
So that means you go under and circle
Yeah.
back around.
Nope. If
You
you're
said
going
B.
north, yeah, but there's all service roads in Dallas or Texas, bud.
Oh, that's right.
So 77B, Royce City, off of I-30, Soul Man's Barbecue. There is truck parking. There is a little Haji truck stop next door that you can park in. If you're going to park overnight there, they want to charge you. Okay. And Soul Man's, they
How
got
do you
more than
know
one-
they're Haji? They could be Arab.
Bill?
We got to be inclusive
that-
here.
I'm winning it and talk to them.
No, this is not good. Why are you always thinking that you can talk it's the correct way and that is the correct way and then that is the wrong way and you're
And I do
always going with
charge.
the wrong way. And that'll be $3.95 to use debit card. And no, we do not have
You
public
may-
restrooms.
You may park in the fuel island overnight because we
That
don't.
will be $15. Make sure you
Anyways,
hang this on your window.
They're Soul Man's. If you're going down I-55, I think I turned Bill onto this one too, or both of you. Right there in Missouri at exit 19, Haiti, whatever you want to call it.
Oh
Missouri.
yeah.
Double nickel. You go in there. It's on the east side of the interstate. It's called
Where? I just come through there. I'm
it's
trying to
next
think.
door to the Pilot. It's called the Double Nickel. It's just a little hole in the wall.
It's the place right next door to the Pilot.
And they have barbecue. They got ribs and stuff in there, but they got pork steaks. They used to be like $9. They're probably up to $13 now, but they're
Yeah.
a 16-ounce pork steak.
I got
would
two of
order
them for
three of it.
$6.99 last time I was in there.
I bought 3 one time. It was like $40,
Mm.
but
hit your per diem.
they are delicious. Can't go wrong there. And then the other place, I'm trying to think what.
Okay, now I have to confess, guys.
What?
I have a barbecue and cooked
Mm-hmm.
it and did competition. And I've won a lot. Okay. I've won in brisket. I've won more in brisket than I have anything, but I've also done a little ribs and sauce. Now I have to confess, I went to Florida over Thanksgiving. I drove down to Florida over Thanksgiving. I stopped at the brand new Buc-ee's there in Kentucky.
Oh, you traitor.
Brisket bar?
The brand new one, yeah.
No,
And-
but did you get into the brisket bar at Bucky's?
Yes. So
Okay.
we got up there and they're cutting brisket. And I'm like, okay, I understand you guys are Tennessee people and everything. And they have a sliced brisket sandwich. And I looked at it and go, nah, I just don't want that. And my girlfriend grabbed a salad out of the thing. And then I walked back by there and they're chopping. And I'm like, oh, you guys have pulled pork? And he goes, no, we take all the trimmings off the edges and stuff and chop it up and make a chop sandwich and put our sauce on it. Well, I was watching them and I'm going, that looks a little better than the slice. Give me a chop sandwich. So he says, no, you got to walk over there and there's 50 of them there. Okay. So I walked over there and he grabbed one and he said, here, this one's been setting a little bit. Take it. And I'm like, why? He goes, you'll understand why. And I said, okay. We paid, we went out to the car. And that was probably one of the best brisket chop sandwiches I ever ate in my life. Come to find out, they chop it with their sauce in it, and the sauce soaks into the bun.
Mhm.
And I was like, now I've done brisket, but I never did it quite like that. And I'm
Well,
like, oh
that-
my God, that is
if you
something
stop
to be recognized.
You need to stop at Soul Man's and get you a shotgun potato. They have potatoes that look like they're 2 pounds. They're monster.
Mhm.
Take your pork, your brisket, they chop it all up and they will load that thing up and then sauce it, and you can't beat it. And it's only like $9.
So I was shocked that I would get gas station brisket and actually enjoy it.
A gas station hot dog.
Well, that's different. I
Well,
like
hey,
gas
guys.
station hot dog.
Chunky Monkey's got a joke here in his email,
Uh-oh.
What's that?
and I quickly scanned it just to see if there was any
Appropriate?
choice words in it. But I'll go ahead and read it. A trucker is driving slowly down the road in the winter when at a red light, a woman gets out of her car and talks to him. Excuse me, sir. You are spilling your cargo. The woman gets back in her car, and when the light turns green, the driver keeps trucking. At the next red light, the woman gets out of her car
Salt
and says
shaker.
again, excuse me, sir. You are spilling your cargo. Green light, the trucker keeps driving. The third red light, the woman gets out, and before she can repeat herself, the trucker says, excuse me, ma'am, but you do know I'm driving a salt truck, right?
Yep. I knew that was going.
Read that one coming. Salt shaker.
Yep.
That's part of the old.
That's those trucks they used to have that would go up and down the highway and put salt on the road.
Now we don't do that now. Now we
No.
spray them with liquid 3 days
Well,
before.
we don't do anything anymore.
and say,
You're
hey, they
just
won't freeze
shit out of
now.
luck.
We put anti-freezing spray
Did
down.
you see that one video on TikTok? I don't know where it was at, but it was cars coming down to a stop and they're all sliding, and there was a car stopped. Well, here comes a city bus. Bam, it hits it.
Yeah.
Here comes another city bus. Bam, it hits it. Here comes the cop car. It flips around backwards, and bam, he hits it. Here comes the plow truck with the salt shaker. Bam, he hits the cop car. It just one after another. It didn't stop.
Have you seen any videos of where people are filming snowing blind outs and there's a wreck there and people keep flying into it? 80. Man, that just freaks me out. I see that.
Well, like that, or it's fog.
Yeah, and they don't see the wreck and
That's
they're running, and I'm like, oh my heart.
Wasn't it? There was one this year. Was it Oklahoma? It was like 120 car pileup.
Oh, that was yeah, you're right there, but that was
Oklahoma.
no, I thought it was Wisconsin. It was up north.
It was fog or something.
Yeah.
Bam. Yeah. Some of them.
And people get out of their car. No, you don't get out of your car.
Well,
it depends where you're at too.
if you are, be climbing up the hill away from the road.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just,
Yeah, some
people.
of them.
and then I seen this. Was it you that sent me the TikTok video? Who sent me the TikTok video where the guy was driving in the fog and run up on a toll booth, and there was 2 cars in front of him, and It
Oh,
it had you
Nope.
you didn't send that to me?
Nope.
Somebody sent me that too. Yeah, and he running 60 mile an hour right through a toll booth, flips one car out, and it shows him being in the cab and him the outside view. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Pretty wild.
Fog, ice.
Fog. I'd rather drive on
They
ice.
will park the truck.
I
I'm
would
done.
rather
If I
drive on
can't
ice
see,
than fog. I don't
if
like
I
fog.
can't see or
Yeah.
I can't stop, I'm not doing it.
Well,
Same here.
ice, you can slow down enough and get stopped if you know what you're doing. Fog,
Right.
you can't. If you
Well,
can't, you can't see.
I've been on ice, like you said, those cars sliding down the hill. I've
Well,
been
I've had
on
my
ice.
trailer pass me before, dude, and
Yeah.
and
I
as soon as it gets to the edge of the road, it starts coming back around, and you're like, yes. You know?
I literally stopped at the Auburn exit and called my boss and said, I'm getting ready to have an accident. He said, you have one? I said, yeah. No, I haven't had one. And he goes, well, stop. I said, I've been stopped 5 minutes, but I'm still sliding down the on ramp and I'm
Yep.
going to hit this car and there
Well,
ain't a damn thing I
can
can do
remember
about it.
when the one company I worked for, I went to Grand Rapids, Michigan every day for like 3 years straight.
How boring.
And the winter time up there on 131, you get so
Yeah.
much snow and stuff. Them B trains, they'd go to hit a ramp and they couldn't go up it.
Yeah. Too slick, too heavy.
Yeah, they just spin, and every ramp would be blocked. You could not get off the interstate. And it was always just terrible up there.
But I do give them guys a little more credit than Indiana. They will get out there and at least put some salt down or sand. They like sand in Michigan.
Well,
They
Michigan
put-
depends what county you're in because
Yeah.
they're allowing some money, how much they spend, and you like there's a couple counties there, but you know if you live up there, like
I live up by
whatever,
Cadillac and stuff.
yeah, or Genesee was one of the little bad ones, I think. But be like, well, you can tell you're in Genesee County when you you could see the road clean and then snow.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, well,
What you doing over there, Bill?
Well, we're at an hour, guys. Hour and 2
All right.
minutes.
Well, let's call her a
Yeah.
show and get ready for the next big one.
Yeah. It looks
What's
like
our
our-
show fall on Christmas this year? Have we talked about that yet?
It looks like our next recording, well, our next release will be on the 18th, and then the one after that will be on New Year's Day. So
Oh, okay.
we're
so we get to record on New Year's Eve and get all hammered, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we can do a New Year's
Maybe
Eve
we'll
recording.
make a New
Make a
Year's
party out of
party
it,
out of it. Yeah. Invite some other people on the show and
Yeah, why don't we do that?
have a good time.
All good.
Yeah.
The only problem is, Steve, you have to start drinking when the show starts, not start drinking.
Oh, don't get technical with me.
Wonder if maybe we should open the show up to anybody that wants to participate for the
There you go.
New Year's.
We'll take, throw us.
It's not-
if you're
It's
listening,
not hard. You just I'll send you a link. Anybody that wants to be on the show for the New Year's.
Yeah,
How many pop-ups can we have on a screen?
12. I think.
I
is
think
what
it just-
Ninja's.
Well, I got 3 screens, so I can fit everybody.
I don't know if there's any limit really at all. It just keeps making them smaller.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
well,
don't think there is if there's a limit, it's an arbitrary limit. So
Yeah. All right, brother.
I don't
We'll have a
imagine we'll
safe
get more
Saturday,
than 12.
Steve.
Yeah.
You got a busy day today, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, like and subscribe, folks. We're you can get a hold of us on any of the socials. Really, we're on Facebook and Twitter. Twitter hasn't seen a lot of activity. I haven't been on there much lately, but we're also on Discord. We've got a whole channel on Discord. I think that's about it. Steve maintains a TikTok page.
We got an
Where
Instagram
it's-
too.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're at-
Dave does an Instagram thing, so we're out there. Anyway you want to get a hold of us, or email the show show at 3ftpodcast.org.
Repeat that, please.
Show at 3ftpodcast.org. I'll tell you what,
Thank
go
you.
to our website. 3ftpodcast.org is our website. Go there, and there's links on that page to all of our socials, and then there's also links to watch or listen to the show as well. So, and you can also comment right there on the website for each episode we put out, and I would appreciate people doing that. Give us ideas for topics. anything you want us to talk about or anything you find out there that's interesting, let us know and we'll mention it on the show. But anyway, we'll be back in a fortnight, and that's 2 weeks for people that don't speak English.
Woohoo!
Until then, I've been Bill.
And Dave.
And Steve, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week.
Have a good one, folks.